Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World. So let's talk. You know how we do it, so let's get into it. Welcome to yet another episode of Jay Topics. All right, guys, so check it out. Right now, as you can clearly see, I am on location. I am in the beautiful city of St. Louis in an area called the U City Loop. Guys, this area is amazing. It lends itself to the arts. There's bars and bands. There's Chuck Berry's Blueberry Hill right up the street. There's a trolley, so much going on. And what better place than to interview Mr. Rick Lear. So with all of that said, let's get started. Okay, guys, I am back and here is my boy, Mr. Rick Lear. Okay, so Rick, now you are a musician here in St. Louis, correct?
Correct.
Okay, all right, so Rick, how many years have you been playing in St. Louis?
Well, I started out at the age of 14 playing guitar, bass, keyboards, and just writing my own material. But I've been mostly just writing, hopefully to write for myself and other artists. Pretty much like Babyface did back in the 90s.
Oh, really? When did you know that you really wanted to be a musician?
At the age of 14. And I just started playing guitar to get the girls.
Okay, all right, bro. you honest, you just to get the girls. Now let me ask you, now were you playing in high school or?
I took band in high school, which is where I got my knowledge of basic theory.
Okay.
And that helped tremendously to help me figure out what I was doing. I didn't just want to wear the guitar and look good about things. I wanted to have an idea what I was doing. And that paid off tremendously. And after high school, I kept playing.
Yeah.
And but I could never afford the quality instruments until a few years ago.
Well, basically until you got grown.
Until I got grown.
Was able to make some money.
Right.
But it was so funny because like I was having that conversation with someone the other day about how important the arts are to young people in school. You know, like for me, I grew up in the hood.
Right.
You know. And like,
so did I.
yeah, and it's like, you know, so they had so many programs and so many music programs that really helped to cultivate us as singers and musicians. And it's so funny, like now, all of that stuff is gone, you know.
It's an untapped resource.
Right, and these kids really don't have any place to go or in all of that energy, you know, what do?
I heard a quote from Winston Churchill once said, and they were in the middle of World War II, and someone asked him because the budget was getting tight. He said, "Sir, should we cut the funding for the arts?" And Winston Churchill said, "My dear fellow, what are we fighting for?"
Exactly.
And it's like, you have to have the arts. In fact, the arts are how God will use the arts to teach people how to get out of the situation. The arts keep kids busy. They keep kids productive. And it's how do you get to the next level if you don't even know how to get.
But you know what's so interesting though, when I was coming up, like we literally didn't know what we wanted to play. And my first music teacher, he just came in the classroom and was like, okay, I'm putting you on piano, I'm putting you on drums. He just started appointing people instruments.
Right.
So I just find that whole thing really, really interesting. But getting back to you and your music. So Rick, what are you currently working on right now, brother?
Right now I'm working on a brand new album. It's well, here's two things I'm working on. I'm working on getting my music into commercials, movies, documentaries, things as such. That's a world called Sync, S-Y-N-C. Your music is synced up with a product, movie, or things as such. But I'm also working on my second album, which is called Rocking the Boat on Dry Land.
Okay, come on now, Rocking the Boat on Dry Land. So, and by the way, guys, Rick actually has music on Spotify, and I'm going to put all of his information down in the information part of this video, and you can go check out all of Rick's music. As a matter of fact, I was jamming out to some of your music the other day. What's that song I asked you about?
It's called Miss J's Cafe.
Yeah, Miss J's Cafe, baby. That's what's up. I mean, like, I love that song. I love that song because it's well, I mean, it honestly sounds like cafe music.
Actually,
you know?
I wrote it for a DJ friend of mine named Frances J, and she has a online radio station. Gosh, I wish I could think of the name of it, but I wrote it to give to her, and I did give it to her.
Oh, really?
So yeah, she liked it.
So like, how many tracks were on that album?
On my first album, 8 tracks.
So that was your first CD?
That was my first CD, but the song you're talking about was just an extra single that I hope to put on there. So I did my original album, first album, it's called You Burn Me Like a Blank CD. And it had 8. That's the name.
Rick, you are messing me up with these names. Really, bro. I love it though. I love it, bro.
I purposely choose my titles to be different because
yeah.
a lot of people, baby, 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 you fine, you all mine, you know, and
Right,
I
right.
try to avoid lyrics.
Yeah, right,
like,
exactly,
You my
exactly.
fire, you my desire, did you steal my time? Lyrics.
Well, right, and you're right, because I understand that concept, because like when you just have like your basic song titles, it gets lost in the shuffle.
Correct.
You know, or if people like, if someone's just seeking like new, interesting music, you know, like you said, your baby music is not going to stand out.
Right.
But You Burn Me Like a Blank CD.
Right.
Come on now.
I wrote that back in 2006, and basically it's a track on the it's a track on that album called The Same, and it's basically a story saying, "Hey girl, I thought you were the only one for me. You left me for somebody else. You burned me like a blank CD."
Blank CD. Now is that on Spotify right now?
That is on Spotify.
Woo, okay, y'all heard it? Look, go check out You Burnt Me Like a Blank CD on Spotify. Okay, now Rick, I did ask you to bring your guitar. Now, is this your only guitar, or is this one of many?
This is one of many. This is one of my Fender Squire Bullet. I bought it about 8-9 years ago. But I have two Fenders, a Yamaha bass, and a keyboard. But the thing is, you don't need a lot of instruments. The quality has gone way up, but the price has gone way down. You can get a good guitar for $250 that can keep up with a $1,000 guitar easy. It's not always the quality; it's the fingertips, your knowledge and your wisdom.
Now, you know, that is interesting that you should bring that up, because you and I were just talking about technology before we started filming. So basically, you're saying real musicians can now purchase instruments cheaper.
Right.
That is crazy.
It is. But
And simply because of technology and a lot of no one's playing real instruments anymore.
If you have any idea what you're doing, you can rock it. So don't let but it's only $300 guitar. Don't let, if it plays and it sounds good, rock it. Get your knowledge, get your wisdom, because no one can take that from you.
Thank you.
Put that together, what you have, and it's like, you know, don't look at it as it's just a basic guitar.
Yeah.
Add superior knowledge to a basic thing, and it must upgrade.
Right. Okay, Rick. Also, what is your musical style? So when people actually look you up on Spotify or iTunes or Apple Music, exactly what is your style and what's your flavor, brother?
I'm heavily inspired by more 70s music like Isley Brothers.
Okay. Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz, and especially for chord work, Steely Dan.
Man, Steely Dan. Oh my God.
But I'm also influenced by writers too, like anybody from Billy Joel to Erykah Badu. They don't just write. They don't write ABC.
Right.
You're the one for me lyrics. They really think their stuff through.
Yeah.
And when you think, to me, my music is like tight beats, heavy bass lines.
Yeah.
Good guitar chord work, harmonies, and just coming through with lyrics that'll make you rewind. To me, if a good song gets rewound.
And you know, guys, let me let you know something about St. Louis. Our music history here in St. Louis is so rich. I mean, we have Ronald Isley lives here. You know, as a matter of fact, just right around the corner, you know, they honored him on the UCD Hall of Fame.
I think he used to live in UCD.
Well, actually, I know he still lives, but he lives like in the out in the county now.
And also, Ernie has a house out in
that's right. Right, and his brother as well. You know, oh my God, we got Ike and Tina Turner. Who else, brother? We got
David Sanborn.
David Sanborn. You're right, David Sanborn.
Michael McDonald from Ferguson. He lives in Nashville now.
Oh my God. You know, I mean, the list goes on and on like the break of dawn. So we just have so much, just such a rich history of music here. So let me ask you this: what's next for Rick Lear?
Well, like I'm still completing my second album, like I said, called Rocking the Boat on Dry Land.
Okay.
I have a few more tracks to do for that, and I'm really pursuing a career in the world of sync music, syncing my music with other products. When you hear a Coca-Cola commercial and there's a song in it, you get paid big money for that. That's why I want my music. I want my music in movies, TV shows. You know, that right song in the right place. It's like, wow. You know, I've lived for that moment, because when I go to the movies and I see a good song and a good moment, I think to myself, I'm supposed to be there. In the last few months, I've been working very closely with my son and with other artists, because the power of unity cannot be underestimated. You can finish a song in half the time if you have someone else's experience, someone else's perspective, and they can take you in directions you hadn't thought of.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Brother, let me tell you something. You are doing some amazing things right now. You really are, you know. And I tell people all of the time, just go for your dreams, man. Don't give up, and don't give up on yourself. Oftentimes we give up on ourselves way too easily.
True.
We really do. As a matter of fact, you and I were even talking about that.
I always say when you give up, you surrender to an army that was never there.
Amen. Amen. Words to live by, baby. All right, that's cool, man. Okay, so check it out. Where can your fans, well, when you get your fan base, well, do you have fans right now, brother?
1 and 2. I'm just kidding. Right now, I'm new on the scene, so I'm building a fan base. So my music can be found on Spotify, Apple Music. It is on iTunes while it is still around. Google Play, and any other media outlet where music can be downloaded. It is there.
Now let me ask you. Speaking of Apple Music and iTunes, what do you feel about that? Because they are eliminating iTunes.
They'll always have some new format to put music out.
Oh,
on.
absolutely.
I guess the only thing I don't like is you don't get paid the same. iTunes paid their people. They took care for every 99-cent download, you got at least 70 cents.
Wow, really?
But Spotify, I think Peter Frampton testified before Congress, and I think he had close to 500,000 plays, and I think he barely got $40,000.
Really? Okay, so basically, you do make some money from your music from iTunes.
iTunes would pay more than anybody,
Right?
But it's being systematically eliminated.
Wow. Well, I mean, and obviously because of the streaming,
Right, streaming killed everything.
It's killing everything, and Spotify has contributed to that.
Yeah.
So because now with Spotify, you're making considerably less.
Consider. I mean, I think I could buy an extra value meal right about now.
Ooh, yeah, that's streaming, brother. Other than working on your own original music, what else are you planning on doing in the music industry? Are you planning on staying here in St. Louis and working on music, or?
I think the vision that God has given me is to be international. Although St. Louis is my home base, I could be in Arizona one week and in Zurich the next.
Okay.
It depends on who wants me to write for, produce. I could be bouncing all over.
So in other words, you got bigger plans.
I have bigger plans because he has bigger plans.
Amen. You heard that. Well, Rick, brother, thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate that. Y'all, it is super early, and and we are filming guerrilla style, baby, okay? We out here, traffic is going by, but we're doing this, okay? And again, Rick, thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for your time. Okay, you guys, check out Rick Lear. Rick Lear, he has music on all of the musical outlets. Check him out on his, what is your Instagram?
One Funky Angel.
One Funky Angel on Instagram. So y'all go head on over there right now and check out Rick, okay? All right, Rick, thank you so much. And guys, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and do what? Subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. And after you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell icon, because when you hit the bell icon, YouTube will keep you abreast of all of my latest videos, and you too can be down with the notification squad. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll talk to you later.